Well, hello everybody, I'm Mac.
And Jose.
And we are Upper Country Farms.
Yep.
So we've been doing a little series here where we talk about all the different ways we plant on the farm. The first time we showed you all the tools.
Yep.
The planters, the seeders, the soil blockers, the paper pot transplanter. The next video we showed you all of the first half of the alphabet.
Yep.
All of the different crops specifically, and we talked about how we plant those. In today's video, we're going to talk about the second half of the alphabet. So that's going to be everything. Onions, parsnips, potatoes, peas, radishes, rutabagas, spinach, turnips, curcurbits, melons, and your solanaceae crops like your tomatoes and peppers. We're going to talk about that today. So we hope you stay tuned. Onions are our other massive moneymaker. We produce just the beautiful large bulbs, and when we're selling it fresh at market, we're selling it $3 for an individual onion because they're just big, they're beautiful, especially our sweet onions, 2 for $5. And when they've got the big green tops, they just fly off the table. Same with the shallots. We include the shallots in our onions. So one of the things we do different with our onions that other farmers don't do, a lot of people do them in open flats. The only onion that we plant in open flats are our leeks.
Yeah.
So we do 500 seeds in open flats for our leeks, and then we plant those out at the maybe early to mid-June in the 4x8 plastic, and really then we just do one row, and we can harvest those all fall, or late summer, all fall, and we just pull the biggest ones out and let the other ones size up, and man, those leeks sell really well. So that's part of our onion crop. But then we do a sweet onion. We do the Walla Wallas up here. They work out amazing. We get huge onions. Then we plant 2 beds of yellow onions, a bed of red onions, half a bed of white onions, because they don't store, but they sell fresh at the market, and then a bed and a half of shallots.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And we do the creme brulee. They're huge. People love them at market. They do really well. So those we all do in the 12 blocker. So it takes a lot of space and a lot of time at the beginning of the year to start our onions. We do 48 trays of onions. The thing I like about soil blocking is that there is almost zero transplant shock.
Yeah.
And we get the biggest, nicest onions in the fall. You can argue with me. The thing I hate in open flats, it's not so bad for leeks because we're pulling them apart and doing one per hole, and we want to plant those really deep. The onions, I cannot stand pulling 3 out and trying to get them in a hole, get the roots in there, bury them. The first few years we planted onions, we were both so frustrated, and it took so long.
Yeah, and when you transplanting onion, it has to be something specific. Not too deep.
Yeah.
Not too.
You want to have them at the right level. It was just way too much thought. And then a lot of people trim the tops of their onions. We don't do that. We just let them go. And then we do 3 seeds. It's one of the few things we multi-seed in a block. So we do 3 seeds per hole, and then we just leave the onions no matter what. Sometimes you get 5 seeds in a hole. It all works out. Some people want small onions, some people want big onions. It just works out. So that's how we do our onions. The only onions we do different are the green onions. The green onions we do in the 2-inch paper pots. We do several plantings a year on those, and usually we plant a half a bed at a time. We'll plant one half of the bed, and then 4 weeks later plant the other half of the bed. And we do the 2-inch paper pots, 3 seeds per hole, and lots of multiple plantings for those. And they usually sit in the trays for about 4 to 6 weeks for the green onions. For the regular onions, we like to have them 6 to 8 weeks in the trays before we put them out. And we plant out, we've already seeded the trays. So usually March 20th is our goal. This year we were like 4 days late because how bad the weather's been up here. If we're able to plant in May, I'll be shocked with how much snow's on the ground. All right, next up are parsnips.
Oh yeah, we tried first time last year.
Yeah, and they did really well. And I'll tell you what, they sold so good in the fall. I was actually shocked. I didn't think parsnips were that big of a seller. But we we made the most we ever made in October or November this year. It was almost another full month for us of income.
They take a long time to grow up.
Yes. Yeah, they take way longer than the carrots.
Yeah.
And we actually planted them later than we would have liked. And so they were small. We were bunching them in large bunches. I would have preferred to do them in smaller bunches, but they never got big enough.
Yeah.
So we will do them earlier this year. We just direct seed, just like we do with our carrots. They got to be in a weed-free bed because they take so long. Yeah. And we just do one bed right now. Yeah. Because they're just not something people know a lot about, and we only sell them very late in the season. Yeah. So that's parsnips. Oh, and direct seed. Do you do 4 rows every 2 inches? Is that what you did last year?
Yeah,
they're a big plant.
They are big. I thought they would be like more carrots, a small leaf or. Yeah,
but they're not. No, they're very different.
They're huge. I think they need a little extra more space.
Yeah. So this year maybe a little further apart, maybe 3 inches. Yeah. Okay, so then another thing that's not traditional are the potatoes. It's not like a regular crop, but we do 14 beds of potatoes. Yeah. That's just a single row down the center. I think this year we're going to try using plastic between the rows, and we're going to try not hilling. We're just going to fill in because we do them in trenches. We're going to plant them, fill in the trenches, lay plastic on either side of that trench, and try it that way, because we've done pretty well with potatoes. Yeah. It's just how to keep them weed free, because it's kind of a plant and leave it kind of thing. Yeah. And so you just forget about it, but you go out there and the weeds are so big, and it's just not working for us. I think we could plant them in plastic, but the holes are so small to try to dig a hole deep enough to make it worth our time.
Yeah, I think it's no. Plastic could be.
So I think we'll do it between the row. We have 3-foot plastic, so that'll give a foot of growth space, and then we'll do in between. It'll help keep more moisture in the ground. Yeah. We're gonna try that this year, I think. But the bad thing about potatoes is we order in the seed potatoes every year. Yeah. We have a bad problem. It's not scab, it's something else. Somebody tried to explain it to me this year. I'm not sure, but we do get something on them. It's like a black. It comes right off, but it's hard to use the potato skins. It's just not pretty. They've got to be peeled. Yeah. So we order in potatoes every year, and it's expensive. It's one of our biggest expenses every spring as far as seeds go. That and our salad mixes and lettuces. Those are the biggest expenses for seeds. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Next is peas. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do the peas in the 2-inch paper pots. Yep. In the beginning, we direct seeded, which is fine. Yeah. But if you get off temperatures or the paper pot just guarantees good germination.
Yeah, you have to be careful because they grow so fast.
Oh, yeah, you got 2 weeks. They need to be out of the paper pots within 2 weeks. That goes for your beans as well.
Yeah, otherwise they will be so leggy and they're hard to use the
the transplanter. Yeah. So you have to be aware, like this first planting this year, we weren't able to get them in the ground in time, and they got leggy. Yeah. So 2 weeks, you want to put them in there and be ready to put them out within 2 weeks. Yeah. But they were good, and then it's just we do one single row. Yeah, one single row down the center, so it's 2 trays per bed, every 2 inches. Yeah. And they work out great. What we found last year is we tried to do an additional planting, but it was too warm already. But the snow peas did amazing on the second. So we're just doing one second planting of snow peas this year because they still continue to sell really well at market. But we already have peas in the ground. Yep. So we start them with our first planting.
And they look good.
They do. They're looking really good. Okay, next up is radishes. Oh, yeah. Radishes are a direct seed, except for our first planting in the spring. We do them in these 35 blocker. You can also do them in the 2-inch paper pots. Yeah. They work anyway, but these 35 blockers, I feel like give them a little bit more time if we can't get them planted right away. Otherwise, we direct seed.
Yeah, because early in the season, when the soil is so cold, you have to wait more time to.
Oh, it takes forever
Yeah.
for them to germinate on that first planting.
Yeah.
Like once you get onto the second planting, the soil's warmed up
Yeah.
enough. But to get good germination, it just you can't. It just works so much better if you do it in the germination room.
Yeah.
The other thing is we plant radishes all season long.
Oh, yeah.
Even when other farms aren't doing very many of them, we continue to do them because if the other farms aren't doing them, we sell them.
Yeah.
Even if they're small,
Yeah. Yeah. And middle of the summer they're a little small because they don't like too much.
they don't
heat.
like the heat.
Yeah.
They get a lot more leaf than root.
Yeah.
But we still sell them pretty good at market, and so we continue to do them just to keep a lot of product on our table. And for our members, it works out well. Okay, another root crop that may not be very common in other places are the rutabagas.
Oh, yeah.
And the rutabagas, we do 2 plantings in the fall. That just ensures that we have them for, and they'll stay in the field really well all the way up until the end. They sell really good up here. We sell them, especially like if I have smaller roots, I'll sell them for a little bit less, but $4 each at the market. They cut up and freeze really well, and once I've taught people that they freeze well, they sell amazing. People love to cut them up and freeze them. They like to use them for soups.
Oh, yeah.
So rutabagas are a pretty good moneymaker for us because a lot of other farms just don't do them because they don't see the value. And the first year we did them, people wouldn't pay for them. And now I sell them $4 a pop. They sell really good. And those we do in the 12 blocker. We do a half a bed and we seed them alongside of our storage kohlrabi.
Yeah.
So the storage kohlrabi will take up a half a bed, 50 feet, and the rutabagas take up the other 50 feet. And it's just the way we plant out those beds. And we do them in the 3x8 plastic, or do we do them in the 4 or 3x10 or 4x8?
The 3.
The 3x10 plastic. So, it's a very late season crop. So we don't have them for a whole lot of weeks, but wow, they sell good.
Yeah, and storage kohlrabis, they're huge.
Oh, yeah, they get they get really big, but they're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people love them. Okay, so then turnips.
Oh, yeah.
The only turnips we do here are the salad turnips, which are incredible. They're so good. If you've never done the salad, the Hockeri turnips do them. We do those in the 2-inch paper pots. We only plant them super early in the season and super late because I think it's probably the root maggots love them.
Yeah.
So later in the season or mid-season, they look like something crawled all over them, and they get like the little black spots.
Yeah, I think the worms or something else, they like eat it.
Yeah, it leaves like little trails all over them. And so we have to throw out more than we're using. So we only do them 2 plantings super early, 2 plantings super late. We did the first seeding this year in this just because we did the radishes in these and it just made planting easier when I was going down the row. Yeah. So that's how we did them. Usually we do them in the 2-inch paper pots. They don't sell really good because I think some of the other farms do quantity and we just don't. We're still one of the newer farms despite having been there for 5 years. We just don't sell as much as some of the other farms. So the salad turnips don't sell as good as like radishes.
Yeah, I know.
But we only do plantings twice in the spring, twice in the fall. They're delicious though. Anybody who doesn't eat those needs to try them. Okay, so now we're going to go on to, we missed spinach. Let's talk about spinach. So spinach is another thing we tried, because we have pretty cool summers up here, so we tried doing them longer in the season. Spinach likes it so cold. Yeah. Now we just do 2 plantings in the spring and 2 plantings in the fall. So in the spring, we do very early with the first planting and then with the second planting. Yeah. And we had found, we do it in the 2-inch paper pots, 1 seed per hole. You can do more, but I just find I like just the 1 seed. It gets too complicated trying to harvest if there's too much going on. The first 2 plantings in the spring, we interplant with peas. So peas down the center and then 2 rows of spinach on either side. So we only need to do 8 trays for those 2 plantings. In the fall is very different. The first planting, we just do a single tray. This is just to get spinach back for our members. We do it a little bit earlier. Last year we did 1 late planting. This year we're going to do 1 late planting, but we're going to do 3 beds instead of 1 because what we found is it was harvestable most of the winter up until we got negative 30-degree temperatures. And then that killed everything, even our spirits a little bit. So we had found a variety we really liked, Auroch. The plants got very tall and were harvestable all the way up until they went to seed without getting bitter. People loved it, but of course now we can't get it in quantity anymore. So we're trying some different varieties this year to see if we can find something that's similar. I'm just very disappointed about the Auroch thing. It was very popular. So that's the spinach for us. And in the fall we do not interplant it. We do 5 rows, so 10 trays per bed, which is a huge seeding for the very last seeding because we need 30 trays of spinach to plant 3 beds. But I wouldn't do it any other way than paper pot. You probably could direct seed, but no. It's so nice in the paper pot. Okay, now we're going to talk about our curcurbits and melons.
Okay,
These are the only things that we plant in these bigger blocks. Do you have to use these bigger blocks? No. When we're selling at market, our starts early in the season, we do them in these. But that's because we pot up for market, so they get some extra space. And we can pot them up anytime, whenever they're getting leggy. But for our plantings, we like to use these bigger blocks. It just gives them a little bit better start, gives them more space so they don't get leggy quick. And if we need to leave them in for an extra week, they've got all that extra space. The only thing we find is it's hard to get those bigger blocks through the little holes on the plastic. Everything we do here, this is cucumbers, summer squash, and then all of our winter squash, including the pumpkins. We do them on the single row 18-inch. And damn dust. So we do all of these on the single row 18-inch. And we have really good luck with these, using the bigger blocks. Like I said, it's just a little difficult with the trying to get them through the hole. And I get a little frustrated with that, but it works out well. We do 3 plantings a year of cucumbers at the same time as summer squash, 1 bed each time, and we find that's more than enough of those. And then we do 1 planting, and we do a full plot, which is 12 beds of the winter squash. This year we're trying it a little different. We're going to skip some beds and plant fewer, but allow the plants to spread out and have more space. So we're going to give that a try. And we're also not going to do as many different varieties because people just don't buy the different varieties. They want the butternuts and the delicatas. They want what they know. The melons, we also use those bigger blocks. We're going to plant 6 beds this year. Mostly watermelons, that's what people want. But we also will do some different specialty melons. All I do, because we grow just the little ones, I just put them in a bin, take them to market, $5 a piece, and people just come up and grab. I say I take no responsibility if they're not quite ripe yet, which Jose does a pretty good job of harvesting, but melons are difficult to know when they're completely ready.
And last year we lost a lot of watermelons because we got
an early frost, like at the end of August, which usually we don't get our first frost till the end of September. But it killed back. And so what happened is we would have had melons for the whole fall. But once we got that first frost, all the plants died. So we could only harvest the ones that were ready, and the rest we just let them rot, which was sad because then we had that long, warm fall. We would have had melons for months. But it didn't work out that way. So it was disappointing. But so 6 beds this year. And then single row 18-inch, and we just let them spread out. And we do the plastic because the melons just can't compete with the weeds here. So they've got to be in the plastic. All right, the last thing we're going to talk about are the solanaceae crops. So tomatoes, peppers, tomatillos, husk cherries, and eggplant. So tomatoes and peppers, we start in these. And I wanted to talk a little bit, but I'm going to have to do this video is already going to be way too long, but I want to talk about also what we do for plant starts at market. But we do them in the 12 blocker, and we do We're going to be seeding this week our peppers. We just do one big seeding for peppers and pot those up once, and those will take us through even all of our market sales.
Yeah.
They just never outgrow the pots until the very end. The tomatoes will start 1 week later, and we have to be very careful because it gets so hot in this greenhouse. They get so leggy. We've had problems in the past with being very grumpy about having to plant them, but we've gotten pretty good.
Yeah, last year was good. Yeah, yeah. That's the problem with tomato. They love heat, so they.
Oh, it just shoots them right up in the pots. So this year we're gonna try. We're doing it a little later, planting them a little bit earlier, and hopefully everything works out. Yeah. It's the only thing, those are the only two things we pot up into these 4-inch pots before we plant, just to give them a little bit extra time to get a little bit larger. Then we do, those are all, let's see, the tomatoes we plant 4 beds, single row, every 9 inches, and we do plastic in between to keep the weeds down in between. The peppers we do every 12 inches, single row, plastic in between, and we have found that works out.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it works good, and we had amazing, especially those high tunnels are game changers. The eggplant, we just do 1 bed, single planting. We've struggled with the eggplant. It just, our season is so short up here. We usually get an early flush, but by the time the second flush is coming on, they just don't size up.
No.
So this year I might try planting a little earlier and covering them and seeing if we can get a second off of them. Yeah. And then tomatillos and husk cherries. Husk cherries are a huge seller for us. We plant those in the 1 by 18 inch plastic, single row, an entire bed, because we sell a lot of those suckers.
Yeah, and they produce a lot.
They do produce a lot. And now with them on the plastic, it's a lot easier for harvest because as they fall off, I can keep them cleaned a lot better than if they're in the ground.
Yeah.
So I do like that we're planting them in the plastic. The tomatillos, they don't sell real good at market. We do make a really good tomatillo salsa, so we do like to plant them, but we only plant maybe 20 plants.
Yeah.
And
they're doing really good too.
Yeah, they do really well. They definitely reseed every year. The husk cherries are obnoxious. I mean, they'll reseed in places we've never planted them because the birds and the other animals carry those things all over the place. So that's one annoying thing. They will become a weed on your farm. So, all right, I think that's pretty much everything. I wanted to talk about more stuff, but this video is going to be really long. So if you're watching all the way to this end, what we've probably done is broken it into 2 or 3 videos, is my guess. I'm guessing we're going to talk about all the different ways we plant. Then we'll do a video with the first half, and then a video with the second half. Yeah. So if you've stuck around for all 3 of those videos, we'll try to get them all posted in just a matter of days of each other so you can see it all. But just to keep it from being too long, we'll break it down. Yeah. Okay, anything else?
No, just thank you for watching this video if you're still watching.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we are just waiting for the snow going.
Yeah, we got a ton of snow, but we'll show you some video. We are stocked full in the germination room. Like we have trays stacked on top of each other, which we usually don't do, and I've got the heat cranked in there to 80, 85 because I need this stuff to germinate and get out of there so we can get because we'll be seeding peppers on Friday, and we need to get all those trays in there. So we got to make this work.
All right.
Okay. All right, again, I am Mac.
And Jose.
And we are Upper Country Farms.
Thank you.